Hi, I'm Mandy Evill, high performance coach and mentor and founder of the Infinite Mind Company. So I'm here today to talk about manifestation. And everybody talks about manifestation, and I want to talk about it in a very different way. It's manifestation made easy. So what happens is, and I used to teach this as well, most people will teach a process on how to manifest. You've got to have the goal, you've got to be very specific in what you want, you've got to have belief, trust, faith, persistence. There's a lot of ingredients in that process, and actually that process can become quite overwhelming. It can become or perceived to be quite difficult because there's all these moving parts to do, and in order to be able to manifest what I want or exactly what I want. But here's the thing. We don't need a process, all right? We really don't need a process, and that's not what I'm here to talk about or to teach you. It's not about a process at all. Because what happens is that we're permanent, guys. We are permanent manifestators. We're manifesting all the time. We're like a tap, and the tap is switched on. There isn't an off switch. So there's never going to be a time when we are not manifesting. So the question then becomes like, well, okay, maybe then if I'm always manifesting, which you are, and so am I all the time, we all are, well, actually I'm not manifesting what I want. So what do I do about that? And that's why most people, and like I say, I've taught that in the past as well. That's why most people talk about a process to manifest. Well, here's the thing. We don't need a process, okay? All we need to do is to make a few tweaks in what we are already doing, because we are already manifesting. We are energetic beings. We are energy. We are spiritual beings. We know. Okay, certainly if you're watching this video, you know that you are part of an infinite, part of a bigger spiritual or intellectual, infinite intelligence rather than intellectual, an infinite intelligence. We know that we're part of a greater beingness, if you like. So we have this spirit, this energy that comes to us. We're made of it. We are an expression of this energy. In fact, we know that we're energy. I think many years ago, I think there was a Russian guy who created a camera that could take a picture of the energy that's leaving our body. So we are energetic beings. And as this energy comes to us and it comes through us, because it goes out from us, it radiates, okay? It's like we're a conduit for this energy. It comes to us, it's in us, we're made of it, and we're an expression. We're an expression of this energy. We are radiators of this infinite intelligence, if you like. Whatever name you want, God, whatever name you want to give it, it doesn't matter. But what we do, in actual fact, it's not necessarily energy per se either, because we can't taste it, feel it, touch it. We don't know what it is. A bit like electricity. We know that there is such a thing as electricity, but we actually can't see it unless it's doing something like, or it's touching something like boiling a kettle. Okay, then we know, oh yeah, the kettle's plugged into the energy. Okay, well that's like us. We get plugged into this energy. We land on this planet, we land on this earth, and we get plugged into this energy automatically. So there's always an expression. We're always expressing it. And it's, as this energy leaves us, it's communicating with the infinite intelligence out there. Okay, so let's just call it infinite intelligence. So we have a personalized infinite intelligence that is us, that's part of us. And then we radiate it and we communicate it out as we go out, right? As we just can't, we do it automatically. We can't stop it, guys. We really can't. But it's us. Fundamentally, it is us. And it's connecting with everything out there. So if we think about that just in logical terms, that if we are sending this energy out all the time and we're connecting to universal intelligence, then we're giving out messages, we're giving out communication, and it's the infinite intelligence out there that's going to respond and come back to us. Now, often people will say, well, it's about frequency, we're on a frequency or a vibration, and we get a result, or we get back on the frequency that we're at, which is absolutely right. But if we think about it in a slightly different way, that we're doing this communication, it's communicating out there all the time. It's like we want to ask ourselves the question, well, if I'm not receiving into my life all the things that I want, whether that's in relationships, lifestyle, business, career, I'm just not, maybe it's little small things, I'm just not receiving that, that extra 10k a month they said I wanted, or whatever it is, okay, or that holiday I said I wanted to go on, whatever it is, it's like, well, we got to go here, we got to look to ourselves and ask ourselves, well, what am I communicating? Because the first thing that I want you to know is that whatever you want, whatever I want, whatever you want, it is already here. There is, as they say, nothing is created or destroyed. It is already here. It's already here in a possibility, in an energetic format. It isn't somewhere else. It's here. It just hasn't transmuted into physical form. Okay, and some people call it. You can call this like physical form, in the physical, 3D, this is the physical form. But everything that we could ever desire, in fact, if we can desire it, it's ours. We know that we can have it, because we couldn't desire something that we didn't truly believe we could have. Well, not believe that we could have, because that's a slightly different thing. But actually what I'm saying is it's there. If we can think it, then we know it's there for us, okay? So it's all there in possibility waves, in an energetic format, in the transmutation out there that we can't see. But what we want to do is transmute it into, and that's manifestation. Manifestation is simply something coming from the invisible into the visible. Okay, so everything is out there in the invisible, we want to bring it into the invisible. That's manifestation, transmutation of energy, and we are energetic beings, okay? So what happens, okay, is that if everything is there, and I am this energy, this is me, I'm this energy, and I am transmitting, all right, this energy out there, but actually I'm not receiving, and I'm not receiving what I want to receive, all right? We've got to ask ourselves questions, why? All right, so why is that? Because we have this, if you like, how I like to describe it is we have this veil, okay? We have this veil that's across us. So we are truth, we're a spiritual being, we have this essence that is unseen, it hasn't got a physical form, it's just an essence. We all have this, we all have this, okay? But actually as it comes expressed out of us, through us, as a body, as a person, as a human being, there's like a veil across, okay? And that veil is our identity, all right? That's like our conditioned identity. It's the conditioned programming. It's built up over years of what we learned when we were a child, what was given to us from the external world around us, from our parents, our home, our school, and it builds up and it builds up and it builds up. So we have this then veil of who we think we are. We forget. If you look at children don't forget that they're spiritual beings. They're like free, they're easy, they're out there, they're self-expressed, they're fully self-expressed. They'll have a tantrum in the middle of Sainsbury's. They don't care, all right, fully self-expressed. But as we grow up, that veiling comes and sort of just, it's like inhibits us, actually, to be fair. It starts to inhibit us. And we start to develop this identity of who we think we are. We forget that we are a true spiritual, energetic being that is infinite in itself, and we're an expression of that infinite. we forget that. And we have this veil over us. And we start to live through this veil. And we start to live through the identity of who we think we truly are, from all the messages that we've had from a childhood all the way growing up, through the experiences. The experiences just give us evidence and confirm that actually that's who I say I am, so that must be who I am. You know, I'm shy, I don't get what I want, I'm a loser. Not that we ever tell ourselves that, but there's all sorts of little stories that we have, that we built up. And then what happens is these stories are the veil. That's the veil. So this energy is going out from us all the time. There's no stopping it, but it goes through this like veil. Okay, it goes through this. Sometimes we've got a big heavy curtain. Okay, sometimes we've got light curtains, and sometimes we've got blinds, and sometimes we've just got a net curtain. So, but there's always something. It's going through this veil. Okay, and what happens is that going through that veil, that energy then begins, that infinite energy, that beautiful infinite energy is slightly adjusted. It's not the pure essence of who we are. It's distorted, if you like, gets distorted from this veil and these images and the identity that we have of ourselves. So as that energy then goes out, we actually receive back in it through manifestation, actually a reflection of our identity, of who we say in our, if you like, our secret self, who we say we are. And then that comes back as a reflection of us. And then we say, well, why can't I manifest, you know, the holiday of my dreams? Why can't I manifest that car? Why can't I manifest my new house? Why can't I manifest my next career step? Why can't I manifest all those clients that I say I want? You know, it's not because you can't, you can. And actually you don't need a process for doing that. What we need to do is just to shift a little bit of that identity, a little bit about the who we say, you know, who we believe ourselves to be, who we say we are. You know, we talk to ourselves all the time. It's like, what are you telling yourself? What do you tell yourself, okay? And actually our results are great feedback. So, you know, because it's just a mirror. So our results that we get back are just a beautiful feedback. It's like, oh, okay, well, it's not quite what I wanted. So let's go back here and let's start shifting that identity a bit more. So it's really about, we've got to focus on who we're becoming. We've got to focus on the being. Who am I being? Because it's only in your embodiment of the being. And we are automatically being, guys, because we've, you know, we grow up into a beingness, and we're born as a beingness, but, you know, as I said, when as children, they're free as a bird, they don't care, they don't have this conditioning, they're free. But actually, as we get older and by the time we hit adulthood, we're constrained by this beingness. So you want to ask yourself deeper questions. Okay, you don't need a process to manifest. You're manifesting all the time. So you want to be observant in what your results, what information, the feedback that you're getting. But first of all, you know, when you're getting the feedback, one of the things that you don't want to do is to start judging yourself, all right? We learned to judge when we were children. We got judged as children. We saw other people judging each other, and guess what? Oh, we developed the habit of judging ourselves, all right? Well, we don't need to do that. You've got to let go of that. So it's almost like uncritically observe ourselves, observe the feedback that's coming back to us all the time. And then once you can do that, without judgment, without criticism, you don't need that, but just as plain neutral feedback, then you can start to say, well, actually, what bit of my beingness do I want to create more of? Maybe I want to be more grateful. Maybe I want to be more grateful for what I have and what's coming to me. Maybe what I want to be more grateful to others. Maybe I want to be more forgiving. Maybe I want to forgive myself more. Maybe I want to be more forgiving when other people are out there who maybe annoy me and get on my nerves. So, but there'll be some aspect of your beingness. Maybe I want to be more courageous. So actually, although there's something that I know I could do or say to somebody, I can be bold and more courageous, and I might feel comfortable about it, but actually it's a shift in who I'm being. It's a shift in who I'm being, and that's the most important thing. It's not about the doingness, when you're in the beingness, as I say, the doing automatically comes, because what happens is, our personalized infinite intelligence comes through with inspired ideas. It will come through with a thought or an idea or an inspiration that you haven't had before, and it's like, follow it. Follow that inspired thought. I know that I will often get inspired thoughts, and I'll write them down, because I have a list over there, up there on the wall over there, that I'll write down, because I get quite a lot of them, so I don't take action on all of them, but I don't want to lose them, so I write them down. So I want you to focus on the becoming, all right? Manifestation made easy. Stop doing the process, because that's hard. I've got to, what is it I want? I've got to now believe it. How do I do that? I've got to have faith. I've got to have trust. You've got to be persistent. That becomes an effort. Well, forget all that. Forget all that. Trust and allow yourself, it's not even trust, just allow that naturalness of you in your infinite beingness to come forward, and reflect on that. Just take some time out to really connect with who you are. And when you start to really connect with who you are, you're focused on the becoming, you're focusing on the being, and you will start by magic to manifest, to draw in to your life the things that you want, the things that the people and the circumstances that maybe are the next step to what you want. So focus on the becoming. That's where we want to go. That is the manifestation made easy. Okay, focus on your becomingness, on who you're being, and I promise you, it comes like magic. For sure. So guys, if you haven't signed up, sign up to us here. This is just a little bit of what we teach, and what we coach and mentor our clients through. So if that's of interest to you, you want more of this, then find us on our website, register down here, and come and check us out and come and have a conversation with us. So listen, fabulous for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye for now. Take care.